Hey Cancer, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading and your theme this week is Reach for the Stars. While you're in your monthly theme of Four of Swords, which is going to be a restful, relaxing, tuning out of things, Four of Swords can be something, it can be restful, it can be like a state of nothingness, or it can be something more active and useful. It kind of depends on what comes out with the rest of the cards. So we're going to find out. I'm using the Secret Dakini Oracle and Science Tarot. I've stacked 1, 2, and 3. They're timestamped below, so you can skip to the one or more than one that you feel is meant for you. This is a general reading for the collective, so if you want something more personally tailored to your situation, my personal readings are offered in my Etsy shop, and that's linked below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. All right, stack 1. You have the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and Ganesh, Lord of Obstacles. Okay. Wow. Ganesh brings you a message of transformative success, okay? But you have to be able to show up as the Knight of Wands to grab hold of it. You're basically going to have to reach into your fiery core, into your depths, and mine every bit of willpower you have to bust through that. That's what this god is known in that tradition for, I guess, lots of things, but one of them is this breaker, just like a wrecking ball through obstacles, and that's what you are going to have to be, this wrecking ball this week. So Hypatia is being used to represent this energy because of how unspoken she needed to be at the time of political and scientific opposition, much like the opposition you may be facing. But on the other side is like this explosion of opportunity and potential, right? So it's like that Alanis song, The Only Way Out is Through. But once through, you can go anywhere and go anything. That's the thing about this, is that the only way out is through, but on the other side is just infinite potential. You can go anywhere and you can do anything. And so with this Ten of Swords, though, and this is where this comes in, okay? So I just talked about taking a break and rest and relaxation. This is a Swords card, and these both are. So this is talking about your mentality, okay? This particular in this deck is talking about, it's like drilling down deeper to where you get to where that quantum level where things can't be described, but things can't be understood so much. Like, is it a particle? Is it a wave? You don't even know. It's so breaking through this barrier, trying to think it through, trying to overanalyze it and tease it, and trying to find and finesse and make a sense of it in order to tear it down brick by brick or to outsmart it in some way is not going to be the way through. This is nothing but a barrier, and you're just meant to break it down. So that's where this is your mind going quiet, not bothering with all this. The answers aren't going to be something that you can think through. You just have to, it's in your way, just get rid of it. So this is going to be a message about the quietness of your mind and just channeling the strength of your will. Stack 2, you have the Eight of Swords. And the Four of Swords, again, interesting. Totally bananas. This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Bananas. Sorry, I don't remember. Sorry. I think that's Kelly. Kelly Kapoor. Okay. Anyway. So the Four of Swords in this context, using the science deck, it's going to be talking about, literally it's talking about understanding the mathematics behind things. It's not action, it's like a study and of understanding thoroughly what you're working with in order to move forward. So with this kind of double confirmation here, it does feel like you are gathering strength and insight for a journey ahead. And It does feel, though, like there's a feeling of stuckedness, like more so that you desire a journey than they're actually showing up like there is one available, and that there's kind of a claustrophobia, a stuckness, a feeling of being blocked and imprisoned, quarantined maybe. But this is feeling a lot like the last one. This collider energy is very much like that other one, the Ten of Swords, where coming at it with more and more mental energy is going to have diminishing returns. And so if you're not seeing that path, if you're feeling stuck, that's because you might be making it an intellectual pursuit. And so this Four of Swords, like I said just in the last one, where it's talking about a silence of mind, compared with this totally bananas, this is talking about that totally emptiness of mind that you achieve through orgasm, through a laughing fit, through like when you were a kid and you spun and spun and spun until the world was just spinning and your mind was as whirled up as your equilibrium fluid in your brain or your ears or whatever. Or a dreamless sleep, right? So your mind is, ironically, exactly what stands in your way from seeing the way forward on this new path. And so this is speaking on total release, like enlightenment or nirvana, where your mind is just, I'm just going to wrap it up by saying, within nothing, there is everything. All right, stack 3. You have 7 of Pentacles, the Fool, an Ally. The Ally in this deck, it's number 15. This is the equivalent of the Devil in the traditional tarot. And so this is going to be, because of the way this deck communicates, it's going to be about overcoming lower states of being, like addictions, false facades. The way it's going to require stepping into the unknown, and those things that are associated with devil, it's not meant to be judgy or to say that there's anything wrong with those things. That is how most people, the majority of the population on this earth, live, is just their day-to-day, just eating, fucking, paying their bills, working, and dying, and maybe watching TV, drinking a beer or whatever. And those things are all well and good in an overall context of a balanced life. But when that's the be-all and end-all, well, I guess there's nothing wrong with that either, because this isn't about judgment, but it's about you, and it's showing here you wanting more. It's showing you here as the Fool wanting much more than that, reaching for the stars, like it says here. That's your energy, is reaching for more. And so with this Seven of Pentacles, it points to like this glacial, it's talking about a long road ahead, so like an epic journey, like the Lord of the Rings, I'm feeling like. And here with this Four of Swords, you're still in the Shire. This is the beginning of it. It's like rest here a while. There's a Pussifer song. Which one is it? I can't remember the name of the song, but I want to say, hello stranger, you may rest here for a while. More importantly, however, did you come to be here? Save your energy, your journey is far from over. I think that's most of it, or that's the gist of it anyway. And so this card reminds me of a conversation I just had with my 11-year-old last night about where he wants to be as a scientist when he grows up, and being on the cutting edge, and how this is talking about a path that isn't even laid yet. That as someone on the cutting edge, you've traveled the path that everyone's already traveled and gotten to the end of what's been laid. And so in order to keep moving forward, you're going to have to start putting bricks down to step on yourself. And so that's where I see you this week. Okay, Cancer? I'll talk to you next time. Thank you.